Hi everybody, welcome back to Hannah's Decodes. I'm Hannah, I hope you're all well. Today I'm going to do I've written down another little conversation I had with Source Creator Oneness God. And I'll go on into there about why I'll call that life force energy something a bit different from now on, but it'll come in the conversation I have. So this is really brief, and I thought it'd be nice to not wait till once a week, because sometimes when I write these things down, the sort of meaning, I don't know if I forget the meaning a little bit or it dissipates a little bit. So I think it's nicer to do this, talk about these conversations while they're still fresh. And this one was a couple of days ago, actually 3 days. So I thought waiting another couple of days till Thursday to talk about it would be a little bit of a long time. So I thought it'd be better to do a short video now, and I'm assuming in a couple of days, by Thursday, I will have had another conversation to talk about or something else to talk about. So I really rare for me. I'd had a really big day. So this must have been, when was this? 3 days ago. So this must have been Monday night, I think. And I woke up the next morning at 3 a.m. and I was just wide awake, couldn't get back to sleep, which is really rare for me when I have a big day of exercise and being out doing things and stuff. So I was awake for hours, so I thought I'd just have a conversation with Source Creator, and I'll read to you what I discussed. So I asked, so this question comes up for me sometimes when I'm feeling tired and obviously things aren't going quite the way I would like them to in my world. So it's not a feeling I have all the time, but it comes up enough to question it. So I asked Source, why do I feel like I'm lacking or not enough? And the reply was, because you don't love yourself fully. You have always been enough. If you loved yourself as I do, you would know no lacking. To be you is all that needs to be. Your existence has always been enough. So I thought that was really nice, and all these questions and answers I think relate to everyone. It's not just to me. Obviously, that's why I read them out, because I think we all have similar experiences and emotions, and yes, and the responses I get are usually very simple and direct and nice and easy to sort of digest, which I think is important. And I had to say, because I was awake for so long, and these conversations really relax my body. It's very strange. I get really relaxed. It's how I imagine. I think I've mentioned years ago I studied Buddhism and meditation, Buddhist meditation, Tibetan Buddhist meditation. And I never really got, apart from falling asleep through meditation, it was really hard for me to get into this state that everyone said is your body relaxes and you feel amazing. And you know, I really tried for years and years and years. Excuse me. And I actually thought, when I'm talking to Source and I get these lovely responses and we're kind of in this conversation that's flowing, my body really relaxes and my mind relaxes, and I'm in this sort of very gentle space that I thought the other day maybe that's a bit like what people were talking about when you meditate. So maybe it is a particular type of meditation that gets you relaxed, speaking to Source. And speaking to Source, for me, this is my understanding of it, is because we're all connected on oneness conscious level. So for me, speaking to source is I think I'm speaking to my highest God self that I can at the moment in this physical world plane we live in. So I'm speaking to my highest aspect of God, which is connected to everyone else's highest aspect. But so it's a aspect of me, and which is an aspect of the source creator and an aspect of everything. So that's how I see it. Okay, so and then I went on to ask, this question is about we're currently trying to sell our family home, and it's taking a long time, much longer than we thought. So I asked, why is it taking so long to sell a house? And the response I got was, bless your house and the new owners to be. And I did that, and it felt really nice. So I mean, that's a tip if anyone is struggling and it hasn't pushed the house to sell yet, but it was a really nice thing to do. And I think it's that part of letting go of somewhere that you've had a house that you've had so much input into, and letting go of attachments. You're sort of blessing it and blessing the new owners to be, so they can bond together, and you're stepping back a bit. So I thought that was really nice. And then I asked for timing on the sale of the house, and I got a bit of a cryptic kind of answer. And I think this is a kind of reply you get when you're not going to get the answer, because we're in this world to experience surprises and have things pop up expectedly. So I asked for the timing of when the house would sell, and the reply was in a moment. So that can be any time, that can be now, that could be next month, whenever. So I thought that was a bit of a cryptic reply that I wasn't going to get the timing, the actual shared timing on it. And then I went on to ask, I also asked Source to describe themselves, so I could find a name for them, one that might feel comfortable for me to use. And the answer I got was, Source described itself, or oneself, as divine conscious life force. And that really sat very comfortably with me, but it's a bit of a long name, but that's how Source, or the divine consciousness, described itself. So I thought from now on, I will call, Daisy, getting low battery. Sorry. For now on, I will call Source, God, Creator, divine consciousness. And that sits well with me, and also talking about divine consciousness. I sometimes when you're discussing that name, that energy, talking about it, writing it down, I tend to sort of come to a place where I say he said, or she said, or it said. So I thought maybe saying oneself said, just because it's a life force energy, it's sort of not quite, it doesn't seem to have a gender. So I thought oneself said. Anyway, because being the one source, oneself said, and the name divine consciousness. So I thought that was quite nice. And I think that's it. I'll sort of do a bit more tuning in the next couple of days and come back with another video. So I don't think there's anything else to say. So I think that's it. So if you'd like to, please like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you in a couple of days. Thank you. Bye.